will be teaching how to assemble your own PC at home.
Before we start, we will first introduce to you the different parts of the computer.
For the components, we have the power supply. The power supply provides the needed electricity to the other components with the help of these power cords. Next, we have the RAM, or the random access memory. The RAM is a form of data storage which determines the performing capacity of the unit. And then we have our hard disk drive. So it is where data is stored. We also have our CD drive, which reads data from CDs or discs or compact disc. Then we have our floppy disk or floppy disk drive. It is where we put our floppy disk, but because of the modern technology, we already use USBs. We also have the IDE, or the integrated drive electricity, so it connects components to one another.
And this is the motherboard, which does most of the processes for the CPU. And that is the fan. And this is the heatsink. And this is the expansion bus. The most commonly used expansion bus is the PCI. And this is the AGP slot. And these are the connection slots. In assembling your own PC, you should place all your components in one place and all your screws in one place. First, place the power supply in its position.
After placing the power supply, next is the CD drive. We'll place it in the upper right corner of the CPU.
Next year, the first year, were 125% composed of the CD here. How many were there? In a school, there are 160 first-year students in 1 year. The next year, the first year, were 125%.
Fuck, man. After the CD drive, we'll now place the floppy disk drive right below it. We'll place the hard drive right below the floppy disk drive.
What is the biggest common What value of that is?
After placing all the components, we'll now connect it to the power supply through the power cords.
What will you add? 4x squared and 20x.
So remember the sequence on connecting the components to the power cord. So yellow, red, and yellow.
Then connect it also to the motherboard.
Then we'll connect the motherboard to the hard drive using the ribbon cable or the IDE, integrated drive electricity. Always remember, in connecting the IDE, red must be on top.
Remember, when holding a RAM, hold it like this. Never touch the other side. Place it in a DRAM slot. In placing the RAM in a DRAM slot, just press it. Just press the both sides. After placing all the components and connecting the cords, we will now place the CPU cover.
Hi, my name is Dave Andrews. Today I'm going to show you how to install an operating system on your computer. Now what you need in order to do this is an actual CD. This is a Windows XP CD. This is the operating system that we're going to install. You'll get a lot of these, or you'll get one of these when you purchase a new computer. If you don't already have one, you're going to have to probably go to the store and buy one for it to be legally licensed. Now take your CD, pop it into your computer with the computer turned off. Now mine is on because I'm going to do this in a virtual machine. But you yourself will turn the computer off and pop your CD and turn it on. You'll get this press any key to boot from CD. So I press the space bar there. And that has told my computer to load the Windows setup screen. Now, what you're going to see here is this blue screen that says Windows Setup on it. And it's going to run through and it's going to start loading all of these subsystems that are used by Windows during the install process. As you can see down there at the bottom, they're just flying through there. All these different systems it uses for the setup. Now this is the actual setup screen. It's finished loading. It says Welcome to Setup. It says to set up Windows now, press Enter. So let's press Enter. We're going to now press the F8 key to accept the Windows license. Now, this is the partitioning screen. You have to partition your hard drive in order to use the hard drive to store data. I already have two entries here showing one is unpartitioned and one is partitioned. Now, it's important that if you have partition space, that means that there might be data on the hard drive that you want to back up. So the time is now to turn the computer off and go and back up any data that you need backed up. If not, and you do see a partition entry that doesn't say unpartitioned, press the D key to delete it, and then press Enter, and then press the L key to confirm that. Now once you see unpartitioned space, just select it, press Enter, and that's going to take you to format the partition. Now it should be noted that the moment you deleted that partition, all of the data on it was lost. So make sure you had a backup. Now you're going to want to now format the drive using the NTFS system. You can use the quick system, but that won't scan your hard drive for problems while it's installing. So I suggest you use the long-term process. I'm going to actually go with the quick, but choose number 3 here. This is formatting our system now. And basically what it's doing is just going through the hard drive, and it is preparing that hard drive to store Windows-based files. And that's what the NTFS file system is. Once the formatting is complete, it's going through the system now and actually copying the files to disk and installing the Windows operating system. My name is Dave Andrews, and I've just showed you how to install